Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two wide receivers will be looking to be #1 targets on the field in today's game. It's Nelson's Packers going up against Thomas's Broncos. With that, it's off to the frozen tundra and a snowy Lambeau Field, as that's where we'll find our commentating team of Jim Nantz and Phil Simms.
The Broncos setting up here for the kickoff. So that means Micah Hyde will be back for the opening kick. We're underway here. They're setting up the return. Stays on his feet, and he steps out of the field of play. And a run back of about 15. Coming on to the field, a former league MVP and Super Bowl winning quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, one of the best arms in the National Football League. In my opinion, probably the best thrower of the football.
Rodgers by himself in the backfield. He'll take the snap from the gun. Looking across the middle, and it's batted down. As we look at the offensive lineup, Jordy Nelson on the outside has grown every year in this league since coming out of Kansas State back in 2008.
Quarterbacks love wide receivers like Jordy Nelson. He can go up and fight for the football faster than everybody thinks. He's one of the good ones in the NFL.
Rodgers got no one behind him, just a quarterback waiting for the snap. Intercepted! One of the biggest legends the game will ever know, quarterback Peyton Manning.
Well, when you watch Peyton Manning play, there's a core of plays that he still runs that he has great success with. Everybody in the NFL knows he's going to run them, but he still makes them work.
Real good field position here to start this series. Manning's lined up, two tight ends set. The Broncos will take the snap from the 40. And he's taken down. The Broncos offensive line could be in for a long day based on that one.
Yeah, bad job that time. They give up the sack. But look, when you talk about this offensive line, they're pretty good. So I think they'll just find a way to get it done. They still should have a nice, solid day.
Peyton Manning from the shotgun. The catch is made by Emmanuel Sanders.
My gosh, the wide receivers in the NFL now, it's incredible. It's not that you have one. Every team has 2 and 3, and some have 4. Good job that time by him hauling in that pass.
The Broncos will take the snap from the 35. Ball's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Looks like we'll go 3 and out on this series.
Got to give this secondary credit. This passing league now, it's hard to make plays, but a good play there and another incomplete pass.
And he punts it, and it's going to sail out of bounds, trying to play kick away from that dangerous returner. The Broncos defense buckled down the last time and got the takeaway on the interception.
Yeah, give the players some credit, but also give the coaching staff a lot of credit. They were calling aggressive defenses, and when you keep being aggressive on the defensive side, sooner or later you're going to get that turnover. Rodgers is able to take advantage of the defense this time. See him out of the pocket, and he's on the job of finding the guy down the field and making the throw.
First down at the 25. Lacey takes the hit and is brought down.
It's always a chess match early in the game to see what your opponent is going to do. Good run that time by the offense. They pick up good yards. Maybe the defense will have to start crowding the line of scrimmage more.
Adams is there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it.
What a good job by the quarterback that time. He saw the defensive back inside the receiver, and he leads that receiver to the sideline on that corner route.
Now 1st and 10. To the ground. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
Lacey is a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
1st and 10. Rodgers going to take off with it. That's a gain of 8. Only 34 yards to the end zone. 2nd and short. Devontae Adams makes the catch.
In this league now, you got to keep these wide receivers and quarterbacks guessing. You just can't come out there and play man-to-man every play and think that's going to work. You got to mix in some zones, some blitzes, and then occasionally go man-to-man coverage.
Looking at the defensive lineups, Von Miller is a man to watch in this one.
Von Miller, maybe the fastest first step in the NFL. That makes him a threat when it comes to rushing the quarterback.
It's now 2nd down. The Broncos go with the dime formation here on defense. What a catch. Touchdown. Still 3.5 quarters of football to play, but that touchdown gives them the lead here early.
Yeah, I know. There's a long way to go. There's no doubt it, but you gotta like your situation and the feel that your football team has, getting that score and being on top.
The Packers were very effective on that scoring drive, especially via the pass. Over 50 passing yards on that scoring drive. Caldwell's taking a knee here, so the ball will be spotted at the 20. The Packers defense last time out there said, you know what, we're in the 3-and-out business.
The great late Charlie Jones would have said that was spectacular, and that's what they looked like on that last drive. They dominated in every aspect.
You had to love Charlie Jones.
Oh, man, he was the best.
1st down at the 20. And this is dropped. Demaryius Thomas turned into Peyton Manning's favorite target in Denver.
Well, he's always had the talent, and what he did, he put some knowledge with it. He learned how to become a precise route runner, and when you're a precise route runner, Peyton Manning will find a way to get the football to you.
Manning from the gun. Surveys. Caldwell with the grab. That's his first reception today.
That's a nice route on the outside. Nice throw by the quarterback. Puts him in good position to keep moving and get a first down.
3rd down on the way. The Packers defense now is going to go nickel. It's caught by Hillman. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Good job by the defense. They're well-taught, well-schooled by the defensive coordinator. They know in situations like this, if it's thrown short of the first down marker, they're good. They come up, make the tackle. Now we have 4th down.
Hyde's got it at the 15. Walker's there to take him down. And a run back of about 7. The Packers offense taking the field again. They got everything they could out of that last possession, Phil. A solid touchdown drive.
Yeah, what a productive day so far for the offense. They're mixing it up well. They got confidence. The quarterback's throwing it well. This is a very good game so far.
1st down at the 22. Gains 5.
Lacey is trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
The Packers lined up, bunch formation. Thought I saw a little flinch right there, and it's going to push the offense back 5 yards.
False start, offense.
With the penalty, it's now 2nd down and 11. The Broncos defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Rodgers over to Nelson.
Well, he's got talent. This receiver can make the catches when you throw it his way. And I think his talent, the way offenses are designed, and the rules of the NFL, it makes guys like him almost unstoppable.
And he is brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, you can't knock them all down, and sometimes the running back has just got to break a tackle. Good job that time.
The Packers will take the snap from the 45. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
You're running back in this league and you pick up first downs and you don't fumble the football, I promise you one thing, you're going to get more carries.
From the gun, Rodgers. The ball is jarred out of his hands.
That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
Nelson's got it. First down. Arquette down for another reception.
This is one of those guys, when you talk about receivers, no matter what, he is always open. If the coverage is tight, don't worry. Throw it out there. He'll make a play.
They'll run it here. And Starks is taken down at the 26. End of one here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We'll be back momentarily for the start of the second.
Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Welcome back to the action on a day where defenses have rules. The line of scrimmage is the 26-yard line. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Has Nelson. Nelson's tackled down after a gain of 7.
Oh, we got us a nice drive going here, Jim. Another first down. They are just making one solid play after another and just marching down the field.
Rodgers, completion percentage 70% on the day.
Lacy is never able to build up that power that he has as a running back. When there's nowhere to go, hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short game.
Second down and 7. They'll run it with him again. Then picks up about 3.
Lacy is a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
3rd and 4. It's intercepted. Harris is going to take a knee, so this will come out to the 20.
You got to stay aggressive on the defensive side. That time the defense did. Even though the offense was going in to score, they come up with the big play, and they get the interception inside their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos offense comes back onto the field. Let's see if they can move the chains this time, because the last possession was ugly. They weren't out there very long.
Jim, you know how I think in situations like this, I think it's more up to the coach than the players. Call a play that really catches the defense off guard so you can get an easy gain and get the momentum on your side.
The Broncos come to the line in a tight game here in the second quarter. The score's 7-0. First down at the 48. And that's a gain of maybe 5.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
The Packers with a nickel look here on defense. Second down and 5. Makes the catch. Picks up about 5.
The Broncos understand just get whatever yards you can every time you run a play. That's what they do that time. It's a short completion, but look what position it puts them here in on third down. This is something they can handle.
Manning's got it in the gun. And they sack him on third down. And they force the quick 3 and out. Both coaching staffs told us this week that this defense would be the key to the game. And so far, they're ready for the occasion as they take them off the field and force the punt.
Well, one coaching staff is happy their prediction came true. The other one, of course, is very sad. But so far in this game, very crisp on the defensive side.
The Packers were moving the football the last time they had it, only to give the football away on the pick. Let's see how they do it this time.
Yeah, you know, that's a tough situation for the offense. You get a little confidence and you're moving the football, and then the turnover just changes everything. So you got to find a way to get your confidence going again. What a nice catch by the receiver. Getting past the yard markers, makes the catch, and gets a first down.
Rodgers going to take the snap from the shotgun. Pass is intercepted.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
The Broncos got absolutely nothing out of their previous possession, and here they are back on the field. Another 3 and out, I would have to think, would be very demoralizing to this team right now, Phil.
Yeah, it's going to be demoralizing to the offense, but I'll tell you who's going to be more demoralized is the defense, because they need to sit on the sidelines and get a little rest. So I know there's a lot of pressure on this offense right now.
The Broncos have it at the 24. Bradford's in on the tackle.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
3rd and 4. There's a flag out, and that's a gain of 9. The defense will take the penalty. 3rd down after the penalty. Manning's alone in the backfield. The Broncos are at the line of scrimmage with a spread formation. Manning's back in shotgun formation. Peyton able to find Demaryius Thomas.
Defense did a good job that time. It's 3rd and long. They know the offense wants to throw it down the field. They cover all the deep receivers and nowhere to go with the football except short.
The kick is through for 3. Phil, I know they were looking for a touchdown on that drive, but they at least put up 3 midway through the 2nd quarter.
Well, you know, that 3, maybe that 3 points is going to be the difference in this game. That's how you have to look at it when you score. Don't always look at the negative. Sometimes look at the positive, and I think that 3 was very important.
That return's good for about 32. The Packers are leading right now, but they've struggled with turnovers. Rodgers had some issues protecting the football today.
Yeah, but it's not all his fault, Jim. When you look at it, pass protection is broken down. Receivers have made mistakes. Some of the play calls, I think they've been a little iffy. So I'm not going to blame the quarterback entirely in this situation.
The Broncos lined up in the nickel. The Packers from the 27. The defender able to knock it away.
So many times when you drop a football in the NFL, a pass like that, it's because of lack of concentration. You're just not serious about what you're doing.
The Packers from the 27. Von Miller gets to the quarterback.
When you're a corner, you can take some chances when you know your defense can sack the quarterback without blitzing. Good job that time by the defensive front.
Last play before the 2-minute warning. Rodgers from the shotgun. Heaving it down the field. And intercepted. 2-minute warning. And now as we come back to the field, we're looking at a defense trying to maintain a lead going into the break. First down at the 46. Manning finds Thomas.
Good job by the offense here. Hustle up, get that football snap, conserve time, and most of all, conserve that timeout. Those are big down the stretch.
Touchdown! A big touchdown right there. They're almost sure to take the lead to the locker room with that score.
All touchdowns are big, man. They're all exciting. They all make you feel great. And right now, the offense, they are feeling great about what they did on that last drive.
The Broncos for the point after. And the extra point is good. The Packers in position. Not much time left here in the first half, where they're now on the losing end of things. The score's 10-7. Hyde's running this one out. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. The Packers are putting up a dominant performance on defense, but then again, so is the other side, as we have a big defensive struggle going on.
I think coming in this game, Jim, we thought both of these offenses might struggle against the defenses, and we were right, for once, I should say, because it has been rough. The defense is very aggressive all over the football, and it's just going to be tough to score here today. Well, the quarterback can't get him open. He threw to the right guy that time, but the coverage was so good by the defense, nowhere to get the completion.
Out of the shotgun. And Cobb can't hold on that time.
Well, I think it's important for the defense. Anytime it's a third and long situation for the offense, to know where those first down markers are, give a little ground, and make sure you're able to come up and make the tackle short of the first down marker.
Rodgers will have it in the pistol. Only 3 plays. That incompletion brings us to fourth down. Nearing halftime, and a major area of focus at the break is going to be trying to figure out how to move the football in the second half. They've struggled putting anything together. All the pressure on their D to stay in the game.
Well, the defense has kept them in this game. That's what I like, and that's all you can do. Sometimes in this NFL, it's tough. Offenses are going to struggle. The defense, you got to pick it up.
The Broncos defense has to be demoralized by that fourth down conversion allowed.
I think any time on the defensive side when you give up a fourth down conversion, it is heartbreaking, and it has to be heartbreaking for the defense right now.
The Packers have done a fantastic job here of getting the football to one of their key targets. Adams been a menace out there in the secondary with huge first-half totals.
He does have a lot of talent. That's why they try to get the football to him. But the play design by the offensive coordinator, outstanding. That's why we're seeing such a big gain from the wide receiver.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. 2 tight ends on the field here. 3rd down and 3. Incomplete. Talib was in the vicinity. They've been flying all over the field here in this first half of play, and they come up with another big moment here before the intermission.
Yeah, it's fun to watch a defense when they play well. And then the fact that they're crisp, everybody doing their job, and they're hustling, and they are making it happen.
Lacey lines up in the backfield. Rodgers going to take off with it. Leaps in the air and has it. The Packers signal for the timeout, and that's the first one they've used. This will be the 8th play of this drive. Lacey, a solo back set. 1st and 10. Nelson's got it on a pass that had some heat. The Packers will use a timeout here. They'll talk it over before running a play on first down. First down at the 31. The Packers now moves the chains. 6th catch today so far.
Managing that clock, such a big deal in the NFL. That's why they're hurrying up. Don't use that timeout. Keep those timeouts because that is going to maybe give you a chance to win the game. I know you won't believe this, but sometimes completing a short pass like that does give a quarterback confidence, so it does serve a purpose.
Rodgers now completed 4 in a row. No doubt about it. Put 3 on the board. Both offenses struggled to put up any kind of production in that first half. We're tied up at the intermission. Larry Ridley is coming up after this.
Thanks, Jim, and welcome to the EA Sports Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Right now, we've got a tie game, and that just means exciting football for us in the second half, as we'll have 2 teams playing 2 quarters to decide a winner. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Down to the middle of the first, Rodgers got the completion from the gun, and he capped off the 7-play drive with a score, as they put the first points on the board. Third down from the 13, the pass ends up being picked off. It's Harris making the play to get his defense off the field. Packers have it midway through the second. The pass ends up being picked off. Harris is the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense. Offense on the field now after the pick. Caldwell's got nobody around him on the catch, and this long run goes for a touchdown, which takes the lead to 3. Fourth down from the 18. Rodgers gonna find his mark, and he'll end up at their own 30-yard line before being tackled. So that'll wrap it up for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll head back now to Green Bay for the start of the second half.
All right, Larry, thank you for that from the studios and halftime. We're going to transition now. We're about to get the third quarter underway. And a run back of only a couple. The Broncos offense ready to continue its recent run here as they've scored the last 2 times they've had it, Phil.
Well, let's look at it from the defensive side. What do you think they're thinking? Oh, my gosh, what's coming next? Because everything the offense has tried so far has worked.
And now here's the first snap of the second half. How about the way he always locks in and concentrates on the catch?
Man, he's got hands like glue. When you shake his hand, he can break yours because that's how strong they are. So not surprised to see him just reach out and just snatch the football out of the air.
Manning's now completed 4 in a row. The Broncos snap it at the 31. Burnett's able to read that play and make the hit.
The Packers guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over, and they got in the backfield and made the tackle.
Manning set in the pistol. 3rd and 3. Anderson's taking the handoff. Defense was the order of the first half, Phil Simms, and it's hard to even see a scenario where that doesn't continue.
I think we got a trend going here. Here we are in the third quarter, and the offenses are still locked up, can't do anything. I don't care. I like this. Defenses rule today.
And that punt is going out of bounds. They are not going to allow them to return it. First down at the 18. Draw. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. He's now averaging 6 yards a carry on the day.
Lacey is trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
The Broncos defense now is going to go nickel. 2nd down and 8. Rodgers tackled down after a gain of 5. This is third down. Aaron Rodgers backed off the line. Shotgun formation. Incomplete. And this is going to be a 3-and-out. The defenses were so dominant in the first half. I don't see any reason why the third quarter is going to be any difference here, Phil.
Well, the game's moving at a fast pace, Jim, because the defenses are dominating and doing so many good things. So they're not tiring out. Usually that's the #1 problem for all defenses in this league. When they get tired, they give up plays, but no sign of tiredness so far out there in the field.
The Broncos offense coming back onto the field here, desperately trying to avoid a repeat of their last drive when they had the quick 3-and-out.
I'll tell you what, if they go 3-and-out again, you know what's going to happen? Those defensive players are going to be looking at them as they come off the field. You put this back out there already, so it's important to get a drive, give your defense a little rest. Well, he's in the NFL because of this, because this guy can break tackles. Good job on that play. Well, when you have a tie game and you're down in the red zone, you can do whatever you want. You can fool it with a run here, or you can take a chance and throw the football in the end zone to get a score.
Gains 13.
Good job that time by the offense. They pick up a first down inside the 20-yard line. Now we'll see if they can punch it in and get 7 points.
First and goal. Anderson's called on once again for about 4.
The offense is so close right here. They just need to show a little power and punch this in the end zone and get that touchdown.
Second and goal from the 1. Takes it across, and he's in for the touchdown. And at just about the midway mark of the third quarter, they are out in front thanks to that touchdown.
When you score a touchdown somewhere in the mid-third quarter, what that does for your football team, you start thinking about ways that we can close the deal so we can find a way to get this game over with and still be in the lead. It's up to the defense. Be aggressive and make it happen.
Hyde's got it on the return. And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down. The Packers know a big reason why they're losing today, the turnovers. Rodgers had trouble reading the defense, and it's cost his team.
Yeah, he has made some bad decisions today where to throw the football. And even when he's been right, he's been off target, and that means you're going to throw some interceptions.
First down at the 27. The Packers get a first down. And a flag comes out.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Boy, if his head got yanked back the other way, an obvious face mask penalty, and that's a big one.
It's about safety of the players, too. That's why when you grab, hit the helmet in certain situations, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Don't grab the face mask.
The ball is knocked out.
Well, sometimes when you have a talented receiver, you just got to put up with plays like that. He might drop a few, but when he does catch it, it can make a big play.
Halfway through the third quarter. Unable to bring it in.
Well, when you get in a situation like this, Jim, and you get third and long, I'll tell you what catches a defense by surprise. Run a double move on the outside against the defensive back, because everybody in the stands and the defensive players all think you're going to throw it short.
Devontae Adams has it.
Packers just picked up a big first down that time, Jim. When you're down in the second half, every first down is crucial. Nice job that time by the offense.
And now on first down, they'll go back to the air. Rodgers going to take off with it. A near interception, that time by Harris.
Well, when there's man-to-man coverage on the defensive side, and the defense does a job like this where they are covering those receivers, there is nothing a quarterback can do except that, throw another incomplete pass.
And Rodgers will hand it off. That's a gain of 6. He's now over 50 yards rushing on the day.
Nothing like the draw play. Get those defensive ends rushing up the field to hit the quarterback. Boom. You hand the football off. Big running lanes. That's why it works so well. Anytime your team is down, you're inside the other team's red zone, you look for one of your star players, your quarterback, wide receiver, or running back. They need to make a big play here.
The offense back on the field here for this 4th and 4. The Packers come to the line. The first down marker is at the 16. The Packers turn the ball over on downs.
I think we heard this all week long, didn't we, Jim? They wanted to be aggressive in this football game, and they're calling the plays and managing of the game, but you're losing. It's close. You go for it on 4th down. That's a lot to try to overcome.
The Broncos coming back onto the field on offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it.
Listen, momentum is on their side. When you have that going for you, keep the defense guessing at what you're going to do, so I think it's very important to stay aggressive in this situation. This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time when they stopped the play for a short gain.
The Broncos from the 22. Burnett's there that time for the tackle.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
It was a run. 3rd down coming up. Throws the pass. And he knocks the ball out of his hands.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
Hyde's got a chance this time. He's tackled right at the 48. The Packers counted on the passing game early, but it slowed down after a hot start. Rodgers tried to adjust to the defense, but it hasn't worked out.
Well, he's tried, but listen, there's nothing he can do about the offensive line. It's not been as sharp, and I'll tell you what, when the offensive line is not sharp, our quarterback's going to lose confidence.
That's reception, number 7 for him.
The Packers, good job that time moving the chains, picking up that first down. And, Jim, of course, there's no time to panic in a situation like this. I think they know that. It's in the second half. You're down just a few points. Just keep looking for ways to get another first down, and that'll serve your team well.
Rodgers' completion percentage, 50% on the day. At the 30-yard line, here comes the snap. The Broncos defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Could have been intercepted. That last pass incomplete, and it brings up 3rd down. The Packers come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation. Finally, a 3rd down conversion.
The Packers look pretty confident out there on the field, don't they? And they're very calm, and they should be. That first down, they're right in this game. Don't look down the field for that big play. Just keep marching.
Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown. A little over a quarter still to play, and this game is all tied up. It's going to be a tense finish to this one, partner.
Yeah, I think it will be, but you know, I felt the tension from the coaches trying to tie this game up. My gosh, some of the play calls were awful. Finally, they relaxed, made some good play calls, and they got this game tied up.
Mason Crosby ready for the kickoff. They'll take it at the 20. The Broncos offense is on the field, hoping to erase the memory of their last drive, which was completely unproductive, a quick 3-and-out.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if they can erase this defense. This defense is pretty good. We saw that in the last drive. They got good players, and they're pretty excited, so this is going to be tough on the offense. Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Loss of 3 on the play. The Broncos have the football as the fourth quarter gets started. Manning's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. Anderson's handed the football. The Broncos continue to find ways to make it work today, but these stats show it's been a struggle. Anderson's been given touches, but he hasn't done much with them on these handoffs.
So what you do on the offensive side, when you're not running it well, you just keep fighting. In the NFL, toughness can't win out. That's why you keep trying to run the football. There has been good pass protection for the quarterback all day long. He has not been sacked much, and he throws it there and gets another completion.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Manning's going to take it from the gun. Catch made along the sideline.
When you run that drag route across the field, it is not as easy as it looks. When you're running fast, you have to catch the football right in stride, and you cannot see what's in front of you.
The pass play picks up only 2, so now it's 2nd down and 8 following the completion. Anderson's going to take the handoff now. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field. He's now over 50 yards rushing on the day.
What a good job by the running back that time. He reads the blocks very well, and he picks his way through there and picks up a first down. That's nice.
1st down and 10. On 1st down, it's back to the ground game. And now they'll try over again on 2nd down. Balls the receiver all the way to the right side. Manning out of the gun. And it's in the hands of Emmanuel Sanders.
Well, they complete the pass, Jim, but doesn't get the first down. Sooner or later, you got to throw one down the field.
The Broncos get set at the line, needing to get to the 38 for a first. Manning's all by himself in the backfield for this snap. They'll go shotgun here. Complete. He's in the clear. The 10 and in for the touchdown.
Nowadays, so many kids, they grow up, they want to be wide receivers. I don't blame them. They're out there, they get to catch the football, they get to score touchdowns, they get to do dances, and you're not really allowed to hit them either. What a job.
The Packers are back deep, ready to return. Touchback now as the ball comes out to the 20. The Packers head back onto the field with their offense. We're going to see if they can keep the scoring onslaught going as we've seen touchdowns on consecutive possessions here, Phil.
Jim, these teams are so hot. And when you're hot like this on the offensive side, you just look at the coach and say, keep sending them in. because we're going to make them work.
Nelson seemingly caught everything thrown his way today, Phil.
He has caught everything thrown his way, Jim. Listen, this guy has some of the best hands in the NFL.
The Broncos come out in a dime package. First down here after the completion. Rodgers sends it to Cobb.
The Packers did a good job that time picking up the first down. Let's look at the situation. You're behind the second half. You keep looking to pick up those first downs, and you get enough of them. What does it do? Pretty simple. It leads to a score.
Flip to the outside. And Miller will cut down this outside run for a loss.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Time in this one's running out, and the defense knows it needs another stop. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field. The Packers have had a big #1 option at wideout today. Nelson's been heavily involved, and for good reason.
Well, what you do, you always look at a defense and see our strength against their weakness, and that's what they found. The guy catching the football is just better than the guy covering it.
And pick up about 4.
Beautiful job that time by the QB. He goes back there in the pass play, doesn't like what he sees, and he just takes off and gets the yards and gets a first down.
The Packers now move the chains.
The Packers just picked up a big first down that time, Jim. When you're down in the second half, every first down is crucial. Nice job that time by the offense.
Time is beginning to fade, but the quarterback knows his team still has a chance. He must produce something in a hurry. He's now over 60 yards rushing on the ground.
Good job that time by the offense. Power run gets him a few yards.
Second and short following the run. It's a 2 tight end formation. Toss play to Lacy. Trevathan that time on the tackle.
That's a good job by the defense, just playing the situation. Second and short. They know they have a conservative coach on the other side. They played for the run, and they stopped it short of the first down.
3rd and 1. The tackle is made, and the first down is picked up. 2 minutes remaining in the game. Coming out of the 2-minute warning, and the offense needs to drive down the field to win this one. Now on first down, every snap crucial the rest of the way. No doubt about it, touchdown. They run it across for the touchdown with the extra point to come that will tie it.
That's a nice job by the offense. So few teams now, Jim, can run the football in for touchdowns once they get in the red zone. It takes determination, a coach that has patience, and a lot of talent. They had it all.
Underneath, but can't find the mark that time as the pass goes incomplete. The Broncos back deep, ready to receive. Caldwell's got a chance to return this one. And he's taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30. The Broncos offense taking the field again. They got everything they could out of that last possession, Phil. That was a solid touchdown drive.
Yeah, just look at them, Jim. The way they run onto the field, you can see they're exuding confidence. And when you got a confident football team, man, let them go and let them play and see if they can make it happen again.
No surprise, they immediately call the timeout. Second down following the run. Anderson's going to secure the handoff. And there's only 2 yards to be found right there. They call for the timeout to stop the clock. Third down now. Ronnie Hillman makes the catch. The Broncos call for the punting team. And this will end up in the end zone for a touchback. And this, it would seem, is the possession that will decide this football game. This is the guy right here who lives for a moment like this.
Oh, he does. This moment, think about this offense, how much talent this quarterback has. And they have an offense that's so diverse. They have so many plays. Hey, I feel sorry for the defense in a situation like this.
First down. Pressure on every snap now. Rodgers will have it in the pistol. First down at the 36. He's got a little bit of daylight here. And now Rodgers will give himself up.
That's a really smart job that time by the quarterback. Pick up all the yards you can. And before you're going to get hit, slide in there like you're going to second base.
First down at the 47. Ball falls incomplete.
Well, the defense has got to love that. They love it when a quarterback is uneasy for whatever reason or just not in rhythm. That time they see him throw off the back foot and the throw goes incomplete.
What an amazing effort by the receiver to strip him of the interception. Bill, it's third down. They are in four-down territory, and the defense knows that.
Yeah, and you get a situation like this, Jim, on the defensive side. You need one of your pass rushers to come through and get on that quarterback.
Rodgers going to take off with it. The Packers get a first down. That's 5 receptions on the day.
You got to know situations. In the NFL, everything is so close and so finely tuned. When you scramble as a quarterback with under 2 minutes to go and you want to get yards and stopping the clock, this is the worst thing that could happen to the offense.
We have a review coming from the booth. There's no question he caught the ball, but there is a question whether or not he got both feet in bounds.
Well, first off, you want to make sure it's a clean catch on the sidelines. Does he have possession of the football? And then once you declare he has possession of the football, let's look down at both feet, see if they're in bounds, and don't forget, you must maintain possession of the football as you go to the ground.
Inside the last 2 minutes, this one had to be instigated by the folks upstairs. They challenged the call on the field, and in fact, it was the proper thing to do. The play is overturned.
Yeah, good job by the officials upstairs, seeing it, knowing there was a mistake on the field. That's what I love about the NFL. Not afraid to admit, to say they made mistakes and turn them around.
The Packers with no timeouts left. Coming up, third down, a huge moment. The Packers will look to get to the 29 to pick up a first. Intercepted. Tackles made. Rodgers going to be kicking himself for a long time when he thinks back on that interception. A critical error at the worst possible time, Phil.
Hey, listen, it was the worst. It was bad timing. I'll tell you, the coaches might be trying to kick him too, because that took all the chances away they had for winning this game.
The Broncos offense is on the field for a victory bow. One kneel down, and then they can celebrate, Phil. What a feeling.
Yeah, it's got to be great for them, and what a difference. You look at them walking on the field, you can see the emotion, the body language, and look at the defense. Everybody head down, knowing all that work was for nothing because you did not win the game.
Looks like a penalty on the defense.
Encroachment, defense. Still second down.
Takes the knee. You go to that locker room and you know you played well enough to win, but you come up short. That's got to be hard.
You are right, Jim. It is so emotionally draining to lose a close game, because what do? You go in the locker room and you go, what play could I change in myself that would have made a difference in today's game? That is tough to take.
For Phil Simms,